You know, there's certain things you're going to have to go through in your own life, in your own personal life, that you cannot train for, you cannot prepare, you cannot anticipate this happening, things that will happen. And take this from someone who has been on his grind for the last 10 years straight. And I'm talking about a next level grind. I'm not talking about keeping up fitness, staying upkeep. I'm talking next level grind, focus, determination, work ethic, strictness, discipline, true ambition. Not just kind of working out sometimes, not just kind of on my grind sometimes. Everything into it. Take this from me. You cannot anticipate, you cannot prepare, you cannot train for the things that's going to come your way. Because when Satan sees you on that tip, when he sees what you can do for this world in a positive light, all hell is going to break loose in your life. And right before your biggest breakthroughs, you're going to see it. You're going to see it all unfold. People around you will start to act very weird. You're going to feel like you're in your own world, and there's nobody else who understands you. You're doing your own thing, and no one is on your level. Like, it doesn't mean you're at the highest peak of the mountain and no one's there. No one's just at where you're currently at. There's people ahead of you. There's people below you. No one is at where you're at. And only you can go through this. That's why I'm saying you cannot anticipate for what's to come. You have to go through your own life, through your own journey, through your own trials and tribulations. Hard things are going to happen to you. Hard things are going to happen to me. Satan is going to attack us all that want to do better in life. And that's the way it's going to happen. And like I said, you cannot anticipate, you cannot train, or even know what's going to happen, because what's going to happen is going to happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to go through it. You have to witness it. You have to experience it for yourself. And it's very eye-opening. It's very eye-opening. Satan will even send you many females your way that look very good, that you're going to have many false starts with. And it's all to test you. And you know what? Every single one you go through and then you come out on the other end, you're going to gain more experience from that situation. You're going to get stronger from that situation. And when Satan sees that you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger, more in your power, he's going to get flustered. He's going to start to do other things. He might try to make you choke on your damn food. I don't know what's going to happen, but you can't prepare for what's to come. You just have to go through it. The people around you is going to start acting funny. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just you. You'd be lucky if there was one person in your life who understood anything what you have to say. You'd be lucky to have it. Very lucky. Because I went through many years in my past. Nobody understood me. Everyone thought I was crazy. And not like paranoid crazy, but just like no one knew what I was doing. Obviously I'm talented. Obviously I'm in the gym. Obviously I'm fit. But what is he doing? People just think you're crazy. They don't know what you're doing. Every single person that once had a big vision, I'm not going to call it a dream, every single person who had a big vision for themselves was labeled crazy until they do it. And these are just certain things you're going to have to go through in your own life. There's many awakenings you're going to have to face. It could be awakenings towards what women are actually like. It could be awakenings towards what you see the world as, for what you see your family as, for what you see the people around you, your friends, your acquaintances. There's all these different awakenings, and it's all an awakening. I know people very well. I know women very, very well. I know a lot of things very well, and they were all awakenings. I used to view women a lot differently than I currently do right now, and it's not that I view them in a bad light. It is the opposite, because there was one point where I didn't view them in a negative at all. But then I went through things and I started to view... I never viewed everyone the same way. That's just stupid. Because you see people in the world and women who are doing well and who aren't crazy. So you can never just view everybody in the same light. You can't label people the same way. You can't even label modern women all the same, because some are worse than others, etc., etc. But my viewpoint on women started to change when I experienced some things, and not all of them the same way, but it's like you just get a better feel of what things are actually like, because you're going through life, you're going through the motions. And it wasn't at the best at one point, but then it got better again, because there's levels to awakenings when you see certain things. Bro, the devil's even trying to make women view us in a bad light. That's the devil. Every feminist you see, every woman you see, that, oh, all men are trash, all men are dogs, I just love to control men, it just, oh, you ladies, you don't know the feeling. Bro, there's women that say shit like that. Caught on video. Where I come from. That is Satan. That is the devil. The devil is in those types of females. And he has happened his way. He blocks their own blessings. So, this is a battle everybody has to figure out on their own. You're not the only one that experiences things. I'm not the only one that experiences things. Every single person you know experiences things. And the people that want to stay true to themselves the most, the people that want to reach their potential the most, are going to get attacked the hardest. There's lots of people getting attacked, but it's like they fail under the easiest attacks. And it just keeps them the same. They stay the same, and they don't become the person, the man or woman they're supposed to be. That is Satan. There's many times, bro, females was presented with like their dream guy, and they could not pull the trigger. They couldn't do it because Satan stopped it. Satan ruins women's lives. Satan ruins whoever's life he can. You can't just let it be you. You can't let that shit be you. It's what you can't let happen. I've been tested a million times over and over and over again. He's never going to get me. He's never going to get me. Because I'm going to pull through. You're not going to keep me down. There's no possible way. Because I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stay true to who I am. And I've been attacked very, very hard in my life at times. The attacks still happen, but to this point... It's almost like a little tickle now. I don't even, like, bro, some things that I go through, my strength and where it's built at now might break somebody else. Because we don't all handle things the same. Things that happen to me, bro, like even recently. But it's like a little tickle to me now. It's like, I don't even consider it a test. But for some of you... it might have happened to you the same thing that happened to me, and it might have broke you down to your knees. I'm not saying yes, it will. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but like I don't know. Like there's some people it would have broke, and to me it was like a little tickle. It's like I keep living my life because of where my strength is at, my experience. If you never experienced anything like what happened, like something that happened to me, it could break you down. If I experienced what I experienced even in the last month, in the last 2 months, in the last 3 months, when I was 18, 19, 16, 17, 18, 19, it would have done far more harm. Far more. I'm to the point where it don't even do harm. Satan don't know what to do. He's scrambling. He's looking in the closet, just throwing things around. He's just in a panic, trying to attack me in some way, shape, or form. This is where you got to be careful, because he's going to start to use people that's around you. And if he can't do that, he might make you choke on your own damn food. You don't know. You just be on a roll. That's when some other weird shit's going to happen. It ain't never going to stop. It's different levels, different devils, and whatever he can do to just make things harder, he will do it. He will do it. He's going to try to give you a scare sometimes. He's going to do some things. He'll make someone that's cutting your hair mess up on purpose, just to ruin the next week or two of your life because your hair's not as good as it was. You never know. That's minor, but you get what I'm saying. Things will just go wrong at times to try to get you off center. He'll throw a hot female your way. He'll make her behave extremely, extremely well, so fluently. It's going to come off as so trustworthy, and all of a sudden, the dagger in the back. You gotta be prepared mentally for things like that. That's why I make videos on women, bro, because you will be deceived. Believe me on that. Believe you me, you will be deceived. You will be. So you can never believe what you're seeing. You can never believe what is going on. If things seem so well, if things seem so good, and someone's right in front of you just acting so well. That female, they will do whatever it takes to throw you off center. I'm telling you full well, you cannot trust it. You cannot trust them as far as you could chuck them halfway across your living room. You cannot do it. You have to let time go on. Because they be deceiving, bro. Whew. They also want to see who you are. Is this guy going to take advantage of me? Is this guy just acting like he kind of likes me and I'm going to start to like him and he's going to have his way with me and he's just going to leave and never see me or look at me again? They're trying to find out as well. That's why they will deceive you. It's really a game. And in your mind, if you really do have good intentions, you can't seem to understand why they're playing games, but you have to understand why they're playing games. They don't want to be deceived. They don't want to be fooled. You don't want to be fooled. You don't like when games happen. Women don't like when games happen. Nobody wants to be deceived. Nobody wants to get the shitty end of the stick. Nobody wants to feel rejected. Nobody wants to feel not wanted. And sometimes, so many intense games could happen where you don't want to give up too much power. They don't want to give up too much power. It could be a terrific person for yourself. Very compatible. Satan can ruin that as well. That's something else, bro. You cannot anticipate what's going to happen. Because what's going to happen is going to happen. It's going to take a lot of work from your end. It's going to take a lot of work from their end to get past what Satan is doing. Because currently today, he's running the world. He's ruining so many things. I know so many people that should be together and they're not together. I guarantee you, bro, I've dealt with females already that I probably should have been with. Like, we were kind of together, kind of talking and stuff like that, but it's like we did not get together. Like, we didn't end up together. We're not together right now. So what's happening? Satan. And he will ruin more things in more ways than you'll ever know. And there's only one positive out of all of this. One. The more bad things you go through, the stronger it makes you, because what does not kill you makes you stronger. And that is a fact. He could have sent some dime piece your way, some smoke show. She sounded like she had a good personality. You guys were compatible, and it's like, damn, this is great. It's going well. And he's going to pull her away from yourself and literally strip her away and not let it happen. Just to see how you handle this, and if you can get by that, if you can get by other things, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you care less in a good way, not in a bad way, in a good way. Because you understand what life is all about. Everything does happen for a reason, and only the strongest are going to survive. Only the strongest are going to survive these attacks. There's people living today, folks, but they're not even really living. They don't know why they're alive. They don't have a purpose. They don't have passions. They don't have anything. It's just like whatever all the time. And that's not good. When you have a purpose, when you have passions, every day of your life, it's a completely different ballgame on earth. There's lots of people who had a big purpose and it came to an end and they didn't know how to manage in life. Dustin Poirier, UFC fighter, got knocked out by Justin Gaethje. Went through a whole bunch of darkness, dark times, didn't know what to do, because his life is fighting. His purpose is fighting. His purpose is being in the gym, training, and then to get a big fight in the UFC. So he probably felt for weeks after he got knocked out, this might be the end. Dark times creep in. He's going to have to go through some stuff. Everyone goes through stuff. You're not the only one. I'm not the only one who has experienced crazy shit. The devil's going to do what he's going to do. He can make your life amazing, and he can put you in the darkest times you'd ever know. You cannot anticipate what's going to happen. That's why you have to stay humble. That's why you have to stay level-headed and be prepared. No matter how good things are, no matter how bad things are, be prepared. Stop living in a fantasy where you think, oh, this is going to happen one day for my life and all this stuff, and it's going to be great and all this stuff. And I'm done with that. I am done with that way of thinking. I'm prepared every day of my life to live it every single day, and what's going to happen is going to happen. I ain't looking too far ahead on anything. It doesn't matter what aspect of my life it is. I'm not looking too far ahead. We have 24 hours every single day. I'm going to capitalize on that. I'm going to run through a brick wall every day of my life. I'm going to capitalize on that. Running through brick walls. Those are breakthroughs. You keep focusing every single day and not thinking so much about the future and how things are going to be. Like, what about right now? Like, people don't understand when they think that way too far ahead, instead of being right now, instead of doing right now. If you were doing right now all the time, then what you think is going to happen later probably would happen. But if you're always thinking about later and what's going to happen and things are just the way they are right now, and it might be that way forever. The only thing we can do is take action today. And over time, things change. It's not about thinking what's going to happen later on. It's not about making plans for later on. It's about executing today. And when you execute every day, life's going to get harder. The devil and Satan is going to see, whatever you want to call him, he's going to see what you're doing. He's going to think, I have to do something to make this guy or girl's life harder. Because they're going to do what they're supposed to do. My job is to ruin the world. And I actually believe this is why a lot of people don't take action, because it's difficult. But difficult makes life worth living. Because it's difficult. It's not about fantasizing and thinking what's going to happen later. I don't care what you're thinking about. Don't do it. Think about now. What are you doing now that's going to benefit you later on? Short-term gratification. Long-term gratification. You want to be grateful for what's to come by working today. Not thinking about it. And wondering how amazing life is going to be later on. No. It will be amazing later on if you just do what's right today. You go through the battles today. You go through the breakthroughs today. You choose to be strong today, every day of your life. And you don't give up. This is what it is. This is what it takes. Everyone's going to have to face things. God can put you on top of the world. And Satan can just try to haul you back down to make your life unbelievably hard. Like, even Conor McGregor on his rise up in the UFC tore his ACL, and that's a very significant injury. This was when he was on his rise, when he was young. He was starving. He came back from that. He rehabbed it. He wanted to break records rehabbing it. He wanted to do it faster than George St. Pierre did it and come back from it and get back in there and fight and do what he knew he could do. He was starving. He focused today. He has to do it today because he knows what he's going to go on and do because he's focused today. That's what it's about. It's about going through pain today. And everything else is going to happen, but if you're just thinking too much about everything else, nothing's going to happen. You're going to be in that state of mind for the rest of your life. And that is a battle Satan is winning. You have to beat him. You have to beat that ass. Every day of your life.